Once upon a time in a green and sunny jungle lived a little turtle named Tina. Tina loved living in the jungle with all of her animal friends, but most of all, Tina loved watching the birds fly around in the bright blue sky. "Oh, how I wish I could fly," Tina sighed one day. "Being able to fly would be so much fun. I could soar through the clouds and feel the wind beneath my shell. And I could see everything from up high, like the whole jungle and the mountains beyond the trees." The other turtles heard Tina talking about flying, and they all started to laugh. "Tina," said one of them, "you're a turtle, not a bird. Turtles can't fly." "Oh, that's not true," Tina said, a little upset that they wouldn't believe her. "If turtles can't fly, then why do I have these big dreams about flying?" "Dreams are just dreams, Tina," said another turtle. "They're not real, so don't waste your time on them. Instead, let's go look for some tasty bugs to eat. Flying isn't important." Tina knew her friends were only looking out for her, but she couldn't help wishing that she could fly. So while the other turtles were busy looking for bugs, Tina decided to explore the tall trees and see if she could learn to fly. As she walked along a branch, Tina met a family of monkeys. They were swinging from vine to vine, and their long tails helped them keep their balance. "Excuse me," Tina asked politely. "Could you please teach me how to swing like that? It looks like so much fun." "Swinging is easy for monkeys because we have tails," said one of the baby monkeys. "But you're a turtle without a tail. You won't be able to swing like us." Tina was sad to hear that, but she didn't give up hope. She kept walking until she found a little patch of sunflowers. Each sunflower faced the sun as it moved across the sky, and Tina thought maybe she could ask them for help. "Hello, sunflowers," Tina called out. "Would you please teach me how to follow the sun across the sky? It looks like such an adventure." "It's very simple for us, little turtle," said one of the sunflowers. "We have roots that hold us in place, and our stems are flexible so we can bend toward the sunlight. But you're a turtle with a hard shell. You can't bend like we can." Once again, Tina felt sad, but she still believed that she could fly. She took a deep breath and continued on her way. Soon she came across a wide river. On the other side of the river, Tina saw a flock of birds sitting in a tree. They had colorful feathers and they sang beautiful songs as they flew through the air. Tina knew they were the friendliest birds in the jungle, so she crossed the river and approached them. "Hello, birds," Tina said with a big smile. "Could you please teach me how to fly? I want to fly with you." The birds looked at each other and burst out laughing. "Tina," said one of the birds, "you're a turtle, not a bird. Turtles can't fly." "I know I'm a turtle, but I want to learn to fly anyway," Tina replied. "Oh, why do you want to fly?" asked another bird. "Flying isn't easy. It takes lots of energy and skill." "Because I have a dream of flying," said Tina. "I want to soar through the sky and feel the wind under my shell. And I want to see what it looks like from above the trees." The birds had never heard a turtle talk about flying before. They all stared at Tina, wondering if she was serious. Finally, one of the birds spoke up. "Well, if you really want to fly, then I guess we can try to teach you. But don't blame us if it doesn't work out. Flying is dangerous and it takes a lot of practice." "Thank you so much," Tina said excitedly. "I promise I'll work hard and I won't give up." And so the birds spent the next few days teaching Tina how to fly. They showed her how to flap her arms and legs, how to steer through the air, and how to land safely. Tina practiced hard, and even though she didn't get very high off the ground, she was happy just to be trying. One day, Tina was practicing her flying with the birds when she met a wise old owl. The owl had big, round eyes and he had seen many animals come and go throughout his life. He watched Tina flying and then hooted softly. "Why are you trying to fly, little turtle?" the owl asked. "Because I want to fly," Tina replied. "I want to see what it looks like from above the trees and I want to feel the wind under my shell." The owl was impressed by Tina's determination, so he decided to help her. "I've seen many animals give up on their dreams, but you're the first turtle I've seen who wants to fly," the owl said. "Well, here's what I'll do. I'll take you on my back and show you what it looks like from up high. Then you can decide if flying is really worth it to you." Thank you so much, Tina said. And so the owl flew up into the sky with Tina on his back. As they soared above the trees, Tina gasped in amazement. She had never seen the jungle from this angle before. The tall trees looked small from above, and Tina could see the river winding through the jungle like a silver ribbon. She could also see the mountains in the distance, and she realized that her dreams had been worth it. This is amazing, Tina said. Thank you, Mr. Owl, for showing me this. You're welcome, Tina, the owl replied. But remember, this view is only real because I'm actually flying. If you want to see the world like this, then you need to learn to fly for real. Tina nodded. She knew that the owl was right. Just because she had sat on his back didn't really count as flying. She wanted to feel the wind beneath her shell and fly all by herself. Thank you for everything, Mr. Owl, Tina said. I'm going to keep practicing until I can fly. The owl hooted softly and then flew away. Tina watched him go and then turned to go back to the other turtles. As she walked, she thought about what the owl had said. She realized that flying wasn't just about seeing the world from above the trees. It was also about feeling the wind under her shell and soaring through the sky just for the joy of it. When Tina got back to the other turtles, they were all gathered together. Tina, where have you been? They asked. We've been looking for you everywhere. I've been learning to fly, Tina said proudly. And I even got to see the world from above the trees. The other turtles stared at Tina in disbelief. You can't fly, one of them said. It's impossible. I may not be able to fly yet, but I'm going to keep trying, Tina replied. And so Tina continued to practice flying every day. She would flap her arms and legs as hard as she could and jump off little hills, hoping to get higher and higher. She didn't always get very far, but she never gave up. One day, Tina was jumping off a hill and flapping her arms and legs when she met a bird named Nino. He was a small bird with bright red feathers, and he was the fastest bird in the jungle. Nino watched Tina struggling to fly, and he couldn't help but laugh. Why are you trying to fly, little turtle? It's pointless. You'll never be able to do it. Because I have a dream of flying, Tina said. And I won't give up until I can do it. Nino looked at Tina and saw how determined she was. He realized that she wasn't giving up, no matter how many times she failed. You know what, little turtle, Nino said. I think I can help you. Really? You'd help me fly? Tina asked. Of course, Nino replied. Hop on my back and hold on tight. Tina was so excited. She quickly climbed onto Nino's back and wrapped her legs around his body. Nino flapped his wings hard and then took off into the sky. Tina held on tight as they soared above the trees. The wind whipped through her hair, and she could feel the strength of Nino's wings carrying her through the air. Together, they swooped and dived, and Tina felt like she was truly flying. Finally, Nino landed and Tina slid off his back. Thank you, Nino, she said. That was amazing. You're welcome, Tina, Nino replied. You know, you're the first turtle I've ever met who's wanted to fly. You're pretty good at it, too. I think you could do it all by yourself. Tina was so happy to hear that. She took a deep breath and closed her eyes. She could hear the sound of the wind and the trees rushing by. She could feel the strength of her own limbs carrying her through the air. For a moment, she was flying. When Tina opened her eyes, she was still on the ground, but she didn't care. She had finally done it. She had flown. And it was even better than she had imagined. Tina looked up at Nino and smiled. Thank you for helping me, Nino. I couldn't have done it without you. You're welcome, Tina, Nino replied. Now you know that your dreams can come true if you never give up on them. And so Tina continued to fly every day. She would soar through the sky with Nino and the other birds, and she would feel the wind beneath her shell. She never forgot the feeling of flying, and she never gave up on her dreams.